Hi. This video is going to be really interesting and really truthful. I really want to discuss the real hardcore truth about weight management and disease reduction and disease reversibility, and how this works, and what is a real diet, and which diet should we follow. So let me tell you this. The best diet that we should follow is a diet that we can sustain, not for a month or two, but for years, for decades. That's what a real diet is. You don't have to fall into the trap of getting a new fancy diet plan every single time. When you think you cannot do it and you rush to a website, you rush to a Instagram handle and look for the newest gimmick in the market, or you rush to a healthcare professional. They can only do enough. The major part is up to you, changing your own mindset, looking into the history of mankind, how they have been taking care of their health, how humans have been living for hundreds and thousands of years. That's what you need to do. The best answer or the best diet, it would be for any human being, which is being followed by most of the actors, the celebrities, the athletes, is just one diet, and it's called intermittent fasting, time restricted eating, time window eating. That's all. You have to decide a time. So this is my time when I switch on, this is my time when I switch off. And the gap between the last meal of the day and the first meal the next day should be 16 hours. This is all research based. This has been mentioned in all Ayurveda texts for thousands of years. This is what the celebrities actually practice. The real celebrities practice. Now, this is a truth bomb. This is the hardcore real fact. Anything around this is just a fancy gimmick to make you a little more luxurious. They tell you to eat keto. They tell you to go on carb-free diet. They tell you to eat meat-only diet, right? Or they tell you to eat broccoli chicken or whatnot. But the game is that how long could you survive with that? Can you eat boiled food every day? Can you go carbohydrate every day for the next 10 years, 14 years or whatever? Ask yourself. If you can, nothing like that. If it suits you, please follow that. But for most of the people who are living regular lives, who have the jobs, who have families to take care, who want to enjoy food but at the same time do not want any health problems, intermittent fasting is the answer. So how do you start with intermittent fasting? Do not go hardcore on yourself. Decide a time when you eat your food. The best time is before sunset. But for those who do not have the luxury of eating food, eating the last meal before sunset, have to decide a time. So whenever you decide a time at night, for example, it's 9:30, it's 10 o'clock, try to eat a lighter meal. जो भी light है आपके लिए, just consider that. And then once you have your meal, try not to have your meal before a gap of 16 hours. So for example, you have your last meal at night is around, for example, say it's 10 p.m. So the last bite you consume is at 10 p.m. So now just plus 16 hours into it, and that's the time for your next meal. So normally you do not have space for breakfast. Initially, for 2 days, for 3 days, you'll have this craving of eating food and missing something. So what I normally suggest to my followers is just leave for work as soon as possible. Once you get done, you have done your morning rituals, you have done your morning prayers, you have given a hug to your family members, just leave for work. Okay, and once you do that, get into work. Do not try to focus yourself around food. Do not make food the center of your life. Do not discuss about food much. Just get to work. And then your first meal would be lunch. Try to possibly have a balanced meal. Have a balanced diet. Alright? Have some carbs, have some proteins, have some fats if you want. Have a balanced diet. Try to avoid refined sugars. And once you have had that, in the evening, if you feel such cravings, what I would strongly recommend is green tea, black coffee. Some people enjoy a toast or a rusk with that to just calm down their cravings. In a true sense, in a biological manner, in a scientific manner, those are all refined products, so I don't really highly recommend that. But having just green tea or black coffee is the way to go. So they help you to suppress the hunger, but at the same time they keep the metabolism high. So your metabolism is not dying over there, it's still functioning pretty well. After that, you also keep a check on the water consumption that you are making along the day. Once you get back home, you have your proper meal as soon as possible, as light as possible. This may all seem very boring and very restricted and very hard on your willpower, but trust me, this is the simplest manner, the simplest way you can sustain good health in long term. This is what we humans have been doing for thousands of years. This is what your parents and your grandparents were unknowingly doing without a scientific name of intermittent fasting. Were doing this for years. They used to have 2 meals or 3 meals maximum for years together, and they were fit. Diabetes did not exist 70 years back. All right, BP, hypertension, anxiety, insomnia, these are all lifestyle diseases that we have created for ourselves. The best way to correct them is intermittent fasting. Now it's up to you. What do you want to choose? Do you want to have 6 to 7 meals of low calorie content and keep yourself involved in making so many decisions around food, or you just want to restrict your day to just 2 wholesome big meals where you can sustain it for a very long period of time, where you can have a balanced meal, a balanced diet, and still do pretty healthy. Initial 10 days, initial 7 days would be a little bit challenge because you are adapting to a new pattern, but trust me, in the long term, this is the right answer. You want to eat healthy, you want to be healthy, this is the hardcore truth. This is what every celebrity swears by, every athlete swears by. You can look it everywhere. Intermittent fasting is 1,000-year-old way. It's not something new, it's not a new gimmick. This has been there in the world for thousands of years. When you eat in less frequency, your body gets more time to properly digest your food in such a manner that you are not bloated, you are not feeling any constipation, you do not have anxiety, you do not have dull mood. Do this for your own good health, for your family. You will be a better performing human being. You will get more time to fulfill your dreams, to focus on your goals, to realize your visions. Life should not revolve around food. Life should not be about solving the issues of food, because that's something you do daily. It has to be very simple. Human birth is not designed to entertain yourself around food. Try this if you want to be a more successful person, if you want to stand outside the league. But if you want to be a common person, you do not want to build a strong willpower, you can look for other options, whichever suits you. But you really need to think what will last for another 10 years, another 13 years, more than that. Intermittent fasting is the best and the most simplest way you can maintain healthy diet and healthy weight and proper health. If you have more questions, please DM me, please call me. I'd love to answer them. Have a great day.